Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Henry Confidential, and this is There Will Be Trivia, the Total Recall Tournament 2, and we are here on There Will Be Movies. If you clicked onto this page and you are not subscribed to the channel, you might as well just subscribe. You know what I mean? This is the big channel. We're getting some edited content out there. This tournament's pretty sweet. We're already off to a great start if you've been watching along, and if you haven't been watching along, it's probably because you're not subscribed. So, with that said, we are in for a good one here. We have Ryan Permison, who, if you know me at all, you know that me and Ryan have a long history together, so it's always a blast, catching up with him. And then Mike, one quick fun story I want to mention. I don't know if Mike remembers this, but we were at the Schmodown Live in Chicago, and he mentioned how he was going to he was interested in starting up a league with some friends, and it was only about 50-60 people there for the after Q&A, and Christian literally was like, if you have any questions, just talk to him, and he just pointed straight back at me when I was at the back row, and it was one of the most humbling things. I'm like, that's pretty sweet, you know what I mean? It was just, I didn't ask for that, it was just how it went about. So if you don't know me, maybe you should, and if you do know me, you probably wish you didn't. Let's hear what these gentlemen have to say.
I have no recollection whatsoever of what Henry is talking about. None. I have no clue. I've never met this man before in my life. No, just kidding. No, it was a great time in Chicago, and I'm glad I finally get to do this. I've been circling around a few other leagues here and there, and I'm glad I finally get to compete in one with Henry here. This is going to be a lot of fun.
Well, formerly known as the Hunter, I am Ryan the Quote. It's good to be here. This is going to be a fun match. Henry's a good guy. This is a good league. This has been a lot. It was fun to come to do this the first time, and now that I'm back doing this again, it's probably going to be even more fun. And I wish my opponent the best of luck. And if you want to check out some of our great content at Nerd Culture, follow us on all forms of social media at It's Nerd Culture, and check out our YouTube channel. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. And I'm here to compete in movie trivia, so let's do this thing.
So apparently I must have dreamt that situation, you know what I mean? Just like I dreamt giving some hugs out, and I dreamt, just crashing parties in Chicago. Chicago's a blur, I don't remember any of that. Maybe one of these days I'll be out there on the East Coast, and I'll be able to meet Ryan, and that could be a lot of fun. But with that said, you all know the drill at this point. Round one is this or that. I'm going to read you off a question, and you're just going to be able to pick between two options. So, gentlemen, it's whiteboard, so get your whiteboards. Oh, yeah. All right. And, just because, Mike's new to this with me and Ryan, just a refresher, I don't have limits on repeats, and I do this thing called time extensions. If you don't actually need me to repeat the question, I can just give you a little extra time. And there's no limits, but as they say, if you abuse it, you lose it. Question number one. What actor plays Sonny in The Godfather? Robert Duvall or James Caan? I was thinking in my mind as I'm gathering along. Every once in a while I can't get a co-host, so I'm thinking maybe I just edit just me reading the question and going straight to the answer, so I don't have to do this BS small talk with myself. But we'll see how it goes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Ryan, what do you have?
I said James Caan.
And Mike, what do you have? You both have the same answer, and you are both correct. I needed to unmute you there, Mike, but we were able to see your board, so that's all that matters. Question number 2. Cynthia Erivo starred in what 2019 biopic? Harriet or Bessie? I have a fun fact about this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One of my highest viewed trailer reactions that has 0 monetization because it got completely blocked because the company was like, no. And I'm like, dang it. Mike, what do you have?
I said Harriet.
And Ryan?
Just saw this movie recently. It was really good. Harriet.
If it's got the Ryan stamp of approval, then you know it must be good. Even though he still refuses to watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse because it contains a pig.
No. I've actually seen it. I have seen it.
And are you sorry to the internet?
Yes, I apologize, and I did a review on it. I gave it a good review, so if you want to go back and listen to the Nerdcast, which is my podcast where I review movies, go ahead and listen to it. I gave it a solid rating.
That's what I'm talking about. Question number 3. What is the subtitle of the third Bad Boys movie? For Life or Our Back? regardless of the subtitle, surprisingly great movie. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ryan.
Bad Boys for Life.
And Mike.
I ain't going nowhere.
I was hoping at least one of you would have had 4 in there, so Bad Boys 3 with the number 4.
No,
Yeah.
because it was a wasted title that should have been saved for the 4th movie.
I know,
They
you
should
ain't
have
lying.
done that.
They should have had Our Back as 3 and then For Life as 4. Boom.
Yeah.
Sign me up. Give me a paycheck. Question number 4, ironically. What is the first cancer support group Edward Norton attends in Fight Club? Is it testicular or prostate? That's a good example. If, sometimes you stumble on the questions, but you don't have to make a big deal about it. Just catch your breath, start over, or just finish. Trust me. Ask any of my ex-girlfriends. I always finish.
You beat me to it.
5. Go ahead and follow Mike on TikTok. He has plenty of those. 5, 4, 3. That actually might be what I plug up on when you're doing your when you're doing a little introduction. 3, 2. Got some gems in there. Mike, what do you got?
Bob had bitch tits, testicular cancer.
You abused them steroids, Ryan.
I also said testicular.
Man, the balls on that guy.
Oh.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, singular. Question number 5. What Baldwin brother is in The Usual Suspects? William or Stephen? There we go. I say this every time. Round 1 is meant to be, they're not necessarily the hard question as is, but when you're also given a 50-50 chance, they're not hard. But when you have one where you're like, crap, I don't know, it makes it fun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I just made Ryan doubt himself. What do you got?
I said Steven.
And Mike.
I also said Steven.
We were looking for Steven with a PH, but I'll let it slide this time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the Harvard Steven. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Harvard.
Yeah. His name is Fuck, but it's spelled with a PH, so it's all good.
Oh, okay.
Question 6, the final in round 1. Daniel Day-Lewis has a small early role in what 80s biopic? Gandhi or Amadeus? Yeah. We're going to end on a doozy here. I love when you write questions that are like fun facts and you see the reactions of like, wait, really? Now let's see what you got. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mike.
Amadeus?
And Ryan?
I also said Amadeus.
And unfortunately, you are both incorrect. It was Gandhi.
It was Gandhi.
Damn.
All right, so after round 1, both of the gentlemen are even though they didn't go perfect, but 5-5 going into round 2, and round 2 is going to be locked in. So, once again, whiteboard, going to read you off questions, and if you need to go to multiple choice, you can say multiple choice, and if you are locked in, write down your answer, and just keep your board up. Question number 1. What actor stars as the titular character in Cool Hand Luke?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice as well.
All right, for 1 point. Is it A, Humphrey Bogart, B, James Stewart, C, Robert Redford, or D, Paul Newman? So one thing I'm waiting for someone to finally tip their cap and hit them with the as soon as they hear it and forgetting that it's a whiteboard round and they just gave away the answer to their opponent. 5, 4, 3, I can't wait for it. 2, and 1. Ryan for 1 point.
I said D, Paul Newman.
And Mike?
I said James Stewart.
We have our first lead, and it is Ryan Permison. It was, in fact, Paul Newman.
What we've got here is failure to communicate, and I still haven't seen that movie. Jeez.
Man, you would think the quote would have not said that. Question number 2. Martin Lawrence plays a convict pretending to be a cop looking to retrieve what in Blue Streak? Uh-oh, both of them writing down. Let's see if they lock in, though.
Locked in.
Ooh, we got one lock in.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock it in. I'll risk it.
All right, they're both locked in. 5, 4, 3. If you need to change your mind, you got 2 and 1. Mike for 2 points.
A diamond?
And Ryan?
I also said a diamond.
And you also are correct. 7 to 8. The multiple choice. I'm glad you didn't make me read them because they weren't the best. It was diamond, drugs, a car, and a painting. Not great options. Based on for like what that movie is, like, you know, a little crime comedy. You're like, nah, it's probably a diamond or maybe a painting, but not in that one. Third question: in what Judd Apatow movie does Megan Fox have a role in? Fun fact: on the doc, it literally says, "In what Judd Apatow movie does Megan role appear in?" So don't want to talk about it.
Lock it in.
I'm locking it in on this one.
Oh, these gentlemen are coming to play now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mike to potentially take the lead.
This is 40.
And Ryan?
Darn it. I said this is 40.
Oh, man, you're a little shyster. It is, in fact, this is 40. 9 to 10. You guys are bringing it. I'm loving it. Question number 4. Who directed Lethal Weapon 3?
Locking it in.
Multiple choice.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Ryan is going to be locked in for 2 points, and this is for Mike. Is it A, John Woo, B, Richard Donner, C, John McTiernan, or D, Martin Brest? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ryan for 2 points, and to extend your lead even more.
I just binge watched this franchise not too long ago. That would be Richard Donner.
And Mike for 1 point.
I said C.
I moved away from John McTiernan. That is incorrect. It is in fact Richard Donner. So that puts Ryan up 3 points going into your 5th question in round 2. What animated franchise has the subtitle Hidden World? Let's get some subtitles in here today. That's 2 for the match.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, How to Train Your Dragon, B, Kung Fu Panda, C, Madagascar, or D, Hotel Transylvania?
Can I hear the options one more time?
Absolutely. Is it A, How to Train Your Dragon, B, Kung Fu Panda, C, Madagascar, or D, Hotel Transylvania?
Okay, I got it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mike for 1 point.
How to Train Your Dragon.
And Ryan for 1 point.
A, How to Train Your Dragon.
That is correct. You know, it was actually a lot better with those multiple choice when I first wrote the question. I'm like, this is going to be too hard. If you don't get it on multiple choice or you don't get it off for 2 points, the multiple choice is going to give it away. But I was like, I actually found some good ones. Like, those are some interesting ones for how the franchise that like Hidden World could go technically for any of those. Your final question in round 2. What actor famously sings 1,000 Miles in White Chicks?
Multiple choice.
Apparently, White Chicks is not in Ryan's top 100.
Lock it in.
That's probably because I haven't seen it.
Ooh, Mike trying to dip into that lead. All right, for Ryan for 1 point. Is it A, Dwayne Johnson, B, Mark Wahlberg, C, Dave Bautista, or D, Terry Crews?
Dang it. Got it. Locking in. I mean, I got the multiple choice.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To potentially come within 1, Mike.
Terry Crews.
All right, and to extend it to 2, Ryan?
Good thing I went multiple choice. D, Terry Crews.
That is correct. So, after round 2. Ryan is up 14 to Mike's 12. But that's why I'm glad that that's close, because IMDb round, you only have a max of 6 points. So 2-point difference here. We're going to see how it's going to go. So, Ryan, you are in the lead, and this is the IMDb round. So I'm going to give you the option. Do you want to pick between the good batch or the bad batch?
I see what you did there.
Goddamn
you know
right.
what? I feel like I'm a nice guy, so I'm going to go with the good batch.
All right. So we're going to start off with Mike, as he is behind from the bad batch. For 1 point, you're going to get the year and the genres and a plot synopsis. 2016, animation/adventure. When a demigod's curse reaches an island, a native attempts to set things right.
You just want the name of the movie?
Yep.
Moana.
For 1 point.
I was actually thinking the exact same thing.
Probably because it was correct.
Yeah, but whatever, you know what I mean.
For 2 points and the lead. Your year is 2018. Your genres: action, adventure, sci-fi. Would you like to hear the top build or the director?
Director.
All right. Once again. 2018. Action, adventure, sci-fi. The director: Ruben Fleischer. Five.
Valeris.
The answer starts with a V, but it was not that. We were looking for Venom. Venom.
Oh, wow. That's right. Fleischer did do that. Wow.
All right, so here's the deal. You're currently down 1, and you are going to hear your 3-pointer. So, to stay alive, your year is 1988. Your genres are crime/comedy. And your keywords: heist, British lawyer/barrister, and fake brother. Five.
Can I hear it one more time?
Absolutely. The year, 1988. The genres, crime/comedy. And your keywords: heist, British lawyer/barrister, and fake brother. Five. 4. 3. 2.
My cousin Vinny.
Moving on to round 2. Ryan Permison. We were looking for a fish called Wanda. Fish called Wanda. So, Ryan, A, you got a win on your belt. B, technically it was a TKO. How do you feel for your confidence? Because I know, things are not the same as they were back in our day. So how do you feel personally, and how do you feel after this match? And what were your thoughts on the new format?
Yeah, first of all, it feels good to get a victory. It feels good to be in the winner's circle. And my hat's off to Mike. It was a great match. He put up a heck of a fight. There were great questions. I like this new format. I like where it's going. I like, the different, clues or categories, what have you, whatever they may be. I like it. And bringing back IMDb in somewhat of a different form, I respect that. And it's all good. And by the way, that last one, Fish Call Wanda, I would not... Me personally, Mike, I would not have been able to pull that. I was actually thinking of something that's completely different. I was thinking Trading Places, which would have been even more wrong, but still.
Both with Jamie Lee Curtis, so...
Ironically enough, how crazy is that? But no, this was great, and I'm looking forward to coming back. And Mike, great job, man. You're going to be back sooner than you think because you're a good competitor. You got some good stuff going for you. So my hat's off to both, the question writer, you, Henry, everything that you're doing for this league, and Mike, my hat's off to you. You're a great competitor.
Sweet. And Mike, obviously that's a tough defeat, losing in general, but losing, being as tight as you guys were, and then him just getting a couple extra points there in round 2 really felt, started to separate you. Do you think that, IMDb is something that's just not in your wheelhouse, or just particularly not these movies? And the Venom thing, how do you feel about that after hearing that answer?
The Venom one hurts because I don't know why my brain was just so stuck on the idea that Tim Miller did Venom. I don't know why, but that's just what I was locked onto. And I guess when I first think about it, I don't think sci-fi. I guess I should, thinking about it.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I've been spending so much of the last couple of years doing exclusively geek trivia. So to be back into like general movie trivia again,
hell yeah,
to hang as well as I did. I mean, I did a lot better than I thought I was going to. So, now the IMDb, and also in a completely different format than I'm used to. So,
exactly.
No, the IMDb thing was fine. I think it was just the questions in particular that just pulled against me. So, but yeah, I'm excited to come back again if invited. So I'm ready. And
absolutely,
Ryan, great match, man.
Hell yeah, that's what we do here. We try and get a quick turnaround as quick as possible, not knock these matches out, get the uploads up as quick as possible, and then bring you back again and again, because that's the biggest thing of why we do this, is so we can play, and so we can play often. So with that said, if you made this far in the video, you might as well go ahead and like the video, and comment below if you would have gotten Venom a lot quicker, if you're mad at Mike for missing it, and in fact, do you consider Venom a sci-fi movie? I am Henry Confidential. That was Ryan Permison. Make sure you check out everything that he does over there in Nerd Culture, and go ahead and check out Mike on his TikTok, because, like I said, he's got some gems, and he's pretty good with his duets. Henry Confidential, this is There'll Be Trivia on Total Recall 2, and There'll Be Movies. We are out.